Have you heard of the Bitcoin maximalist carnivores? You should. It's an impressive list of characters. They have these dinners. Boy, I wish I could be invited, but they won't invite me, and that's what I want to talk about. I should be invited, but why not? And I want to make a case for why I should be invited. First of all, let me just tell you about it. Here's Safadine Amos. I had interviewed him on my show once. I don't know all the faces here. I know Pierre Rochard. He's smart Bitcoin maximalist. Here's another, Tony Vase went to this one. Bitcoin Standard, I just mentioned. This Vijay Boyapati, I believe he's also in this group. He's certainly a Bitcoin maximalist. I'm not sure he's hardcore carnivore as well. But in this article here, I'll put links of these things in the essay. Below the video. Another great article about, Bitcoin. And I'm all in on the Bitcoin story. I agree that the monetary base, should be solid with a fixed supply. Why is it so dark here? Right? Bitcoin is better than Federal Reserve notes or U.S. Treasury bonds. And I agree, and I think it will happen. I also agree that Bitcoin, the token, will capture most of the value in the market. So why would I not be invited? And I got in early-ish. Maybe not as early as those other geniuses, but, $300 average. And I hold, not a trader. So why am I not invited? You know why? Because I believe that other coins will hold some value. Okay? First of all, let me just say something here. The 80-20 rule, right? 20% of the input. So the bottom line is I couldn't be more bullish on Bitcoin, but to say that it's going to have more than 80% market share defies the 80-20 rule. So let's talk about that. Let's look at it, right? Chuck E. Cheese. I take my kids there on Saturday. I give them money. They give me tokens. Now the tokens are on a card. Kids play games. Some of the games give them little tickets. They take those tickets and they feed them into a machine. Boy, is this a lot of fun. Then you get another that turns into one ticket that has credits, and they bring it to some counter where they can buy a bunch of garbage. Are these going away? Do these have value? Maybe not to you, but to me, and I'm trying to kill 3 hours on a Saturday, these have a lot of value. MGM, or in this case, the picture here, Caesars, they use a stable coin. Why does Chuck E. Cheese and the casino do this security inventory? They can do promotions. There's reasons. Are these all going to go away and be replaced by Bitcoin? I don't know. Maybe someday. But there'll always be ideas and people trying to create new things and do new things, and there'll be advantages to having their own little coin, and these coins have some value, right? We talked about that. And another thing to pay attention to. So listen, you don't have to believe, and I don't believe that in the Ethereum flippening, that Ethereum is going to become more valuable than Bitcoin, but I don't think it's going to zero. There's value to the platform. People are doing things. Maybe the value is, crypto kitties. And maybe there'll be, someone will do real estate contracts. Or they're doing something in Dubai, I hear. I don't know. Hey, some things of value. Maybe it's not as great. I'm sure it won't be as great as Bitcoin. But there'll be some value. To say it's going to zero is a bit much. And the other thing I pay attention to, entrepreneur for over 20 years. Successful entrepreneur. One thing I notice is when something launches, the way it goes out of the gate is a good indicator and an important indicator. Look at what we've seen with cryptocurrencies, that other tokens of value. An explosion. Does this mean there'll be millions of tokens? I don't know. But what it does tell me is that there won't be only one token. There are other tokens of value. So just because I invest in another token, does it make me completely insane? And let me talk about another token. I don't know if you can call it a token, but Where's my image for, what is this? Oh, this was, let me play you a little bit of this. Caitlin Long. If you haven't listened to her or read her things, you should. And she's going to talk about this because the security tokens. People poo-poo this as a nothing idea. Let me tell you. Let's listen.
And it's related to the earlier problem. I'll connect them in a moment. But the way securities used to work was very simple. Issuers issued this stock certificates in paper form to the investor. And what I say by investor there is either you individually or through your agent, like a pension fund or a mutual fund or an insurance company. But you always owned the stock certificate in paper form. That's how it used to work. Since 1994, we've got this very convoluted procedure here where you see that the issuer issues securities to a company called CD & Co., which is owned by the Depository Trust Corporation, and then the custodian.
She has a lot of great videos I'd watch, but this is, I'm an investor. I own Google stock. E-Trade says, okay, give us some money, we owe you Google stock. But they don't actually own it. The custodian owns it. Or let's imagine I own the S&P 500 ETF, right? E-Trade says you own a little piece of all these S&P 500 stocks. They don't actually hold it. It's held by a custodian. And then they don't even hold it. The titles or whatever is held in this other company. And sometimes they're loaning it out to other people as well. So what do I own? You know what I would love if we went back to the old days? What if I had a token, I owned Google stock, and they issued a crypto, a token that I could own, and I actually own the Google stock and not through this 5 layers of somebody owes me. I actually own it. Or imagine now someone in Vietnam could go on some exchange and buy Google stock, be an owner. And maybe they can buy 0.001 of it. There's some great advantages to the tokenization of securities. So is Google money? Is Google going to replace Bitcoin? Is Google going to be the reserve currency? No. But even today, if I go into a store, I could theoretically log into E-Trade, sell my Google stock, turns into cash, wire that to Bank of America, and use my Bank of America debit card. And someday, you'll probably walk into a store, have it on your phone, and you want to buy something, and okay, let's say it's priced in Bitcoin. You know what? I'll get rid of my Google stock, and I've got these rep tokens because I'm helping resolve bets on Augur. I'll get rid of a little of that, and I'll spend a little of my Google stock. Button, converts it, turns it into Bitcoin, pays the store. Done. Or converts it into dollars if that's what they want. It all happens automatically. Does that make does that make Google money? Google stock? But no. But that is a token, and it has value. And stocks, the stock market, the total value of the stock market in many, many trillions. These will be tokens of value, and you can use them, and you could spend them. And, so listen, the point is, there doesn't have to be only one token, Bitcoin. And I love Bitcoin. And when it comes to the reserve currency, the pricing system for the world, the currency for the world, I believe it will be Bitcoin. And now, so here's the thing, for those, so I went, where are we here? Okay, so this is, shoot, this doesn't show. I wonder if I can, let's see if, oh my God. Let's move this. Hopefully this doesn't screw up the video. And what happened to my scale here? Okay, so this is logarithmic of the pricing of Bitcoin, okay? So I got in around here, so let's say 350 bucks. Well, it looks too much. I got in around here, right? So I've done well. Makes me feel good. Well, these Bitcoin maximalists who go to this dinner that I dream of going to, they got in back here, and boy, do they feel smart and confident. And they should. They've been right. They've been talking about it and helping others like me understand who came a little later to the party. God bless them. But at the same time, let's all calm down. Okay, for a long time, from before you can see on this graph all the way through all of this time, there was only really one coin. There really was. It was 90% more market share was Bitcoin. Now there's others. And, let's just, just calm down. Like, can't there be other tokens that have some value? And to make matters worse, listen, I love meat, right? Whether it's hamburgers with my kids or a great filet mignon at this restaurant, I love it. But would I not be invited just because I still hold a little Ethereum and because I actually eat salad sometimes? Come on, guys. Let's loosen up a little bit. If Bitcoin's going to win, if Bitcoin is going to get that 80%, it's a big tent. We need to let people in who maybe are trying a few other things on the side and people who might eat vegetables, right? All right. Let me know your thoughts. And if you're a Bitcoin maximalist who goes to these dinners, let me know if I'm invited. Thank you.